Good morning, everyone. My name is Renjie. As already introduced, I'm the technical lead now for Bumblebee. So, for those who are not very sure who we are, we're actually a team of undergrad students from National University of Singapore. We started 7 years ago building AUV. We participated in the first SAUVC challenge. And from there, the team has grown exponentially. We have dabbled into the autonomous surface vessel domain. We did the launch. We did a AUV ASV kind of collaborative platform. That was the goal that we set out to do 3 years ago, and we successfully concluded it last year in Robotics Challenge. For those of you who are not sure what Robotics Challenge is, it's another competition organized by the Robo Nation, and it involves like those huge autonomous surface vessels and which they compete. So that is roughly a 2 by 5 meter craft. So it's much bigger scale compared to the AUVs that we are dealing with in SAUVC. So today I'll be covering just some of the kind of like the more, I won't move really to the technical part, but we'll share more like what the team has learned over the past 7 years, what we felt is crucial to what it made the team successful over the years, and how it continues to sustain. Even though we are just a student group, we don't really have professors like really like setting the direction for us. Everything was done by students, managed by students, and led by students themselves. So it's definitely not easy, and we hope to be able to share what we have learned so far with you guys, especially for the new teams who are just getting started. You're wondering, how do I move on from here? Where should I go to? And how can I better manage my team? Yeah. So I split it out into several key lessons. I have about 7 that I want to share. So the first one being numbers doesn't matter. So when Bumblebee first started, it was just 5 students, in case you all didn't know. So it was 5 4th year students, undergraduate students in fact. So they started out with just 5 of them. They built their first AUV, and they were testing at someone's condominium pool before they get chased out. Yeah. So that was the very first one. They competed at SAUVC, and at the end of that competition, they said they wanted to do more. Even though they were graduating that same year, they wanted to push the boundaries, they wanted to keep the team going, and that's why they pitched to the school. They went for the RoboSub competition that's held in San Diego, also by Robo Nation. And then they had a few reinforcements, but that was the small and our first team that was at RoboSub back in 8 years ago now. I think it's around 2013. Okay, that's about 8 years ago. So that was then. They came in as the best newcomer, and from there we have grown significantly into the team on the left. My left. My right, sorry. Yeah. So it's from a 5-man team, and we went strong to about 20 plus. And this is not including our Hornet team that you guys have competed with this SAUVC. I'll tell you more about the Hornet team later, but essentially they are our team of newcomers. So for them, that amounts to 30 over for this batch. So really, actually, to us, what we're trying to say here is size doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter how big your team is or how small your team is. Different size of the team, it comes with different challenges. So maybe back then, when the founding members were there, it was just 7 people. Yes, they might say that they do not have enough manpower to do big scale operations, but for them, communication within each other, passing down knowledge, it was much easier to do since there were lesser people to manage. And the challenges with the big team, really it comes to, does everyone know what the team is doing? Are they with the team, and like for me as a team leader, can I manage this many people and make sure that everyone is doing a productive work, make sure what they're doing in Bumblebee is worth their time. And so it really depends on the size of your team that you should make the appropriate management style, and of course guard against certain pitfalls, especially in the big team where like you might have people because they might see that there are other people that will do my job, so they'll just hide in the corner. So it's these kind of things that we have to look out for in the big team. So really, numbers don't matter. It's the management style and the way you bring out the best in all your members. So now that you have the team, next is actually, especially for new teams, you're wondering, how do I start? Where do I learn from? Like, how do I know where to get the resources? And actually, this competition itself is, in fact, one very good platform. Everyone here is actually, we should be, yes, on paper we are competitors, but actually everyone should be helping each other as friends. So these are a few pictures of our at RoboSub, where at RoboSub we really go around, like in our starting years we go around to all the teams, we learn about their vehicle, we ask them a lot of questions, and of course we do frequent interaction with the various teams. So we have Cornell and Harbin. So those are the two teams that we have a very frequent interaction with, the exchange of ideas and everything. And we should take this opportunity at the competition itself, because these are other teams that probably have faced the same problem you guys had when they first started out as a student team as well. And be open to sharing, definitely. So like what I'm doing now, I'm sharing to you guys what we have learned. So at RoboSub, there is also a series of talks where they invite all the students. In fact, they invited like several students from the various teams to give a talk on a very specific topic. So that was our guy presenting on the acoustics to the other participants. So for our team, we do a lot of sharing as well. So I think we hosted Hong Kong, I think 2 years back, and now we're hosting Taiwan this year. And so I hope you guys had the chance to walk around these last 2 days, look at other people's vehicles, asking them questions. Because no one here builds the exact same vehicle. And it still surprises me like how like you have an ESC, you have a thruster, and you get so many ways of implementing it, of various, and the way that everyone arranged their thrusters, you have some doing sideways, some with a servo, it's just very interesting to see how many teams tackle the same challenges at the competition itself. So yes, learn from your competitors, learn from your other fellow participants, share with them. For the more experienced team, do take the time to go and talk to the other newcoming team, try to give them a helping hand as well. It will really help it at the same time, like build a good relationship amongst this ecosystem that we have. Because it's really not a very big world. It's not a very big world. Okay, so next. One thing I know is we should never underestimate team bonding activities. Because these are the guys that you guys are working with for, I think many of you guys for the past 1 year, working for this 3 days of effort. So it's really, the team spirit really does matter. So for what Bumblebee do, we hold occasional sessions we call team bonding, team learning, where although we treat it as a session where we can put down our work, we have fun, just unwind a little bit, get to know each other more. But it's also a time where we do sharing amongst the various subsections, as well as for me, I will present to the team what we have planned for them going forward, so to get everyone informed of what is going on, keep them invested in the team, because it's really about the team spirit that will bring you to the competition, where everyone stays together, and when things get tough and the pressure is high, this is where your team spirit will be tested. So yeah, so we just do various bonding activities. Even the one on the left, I believe that was during Chinese New Year, last year, and we were scheduled to launch our boat the following day. That's why everyone was not at home for Chinese New Year. Okay, so I mentioned the Connect training program just now. So it's really about one of the philosophy we believe in. Yes, you have a team now, but if you want the team to continue, you have to nurture the next generation. So for Bumblebee, it's like the way we did it was, the idea was that we didn't want them to come in to look at this vehicle that I have, and especially at the year ones. And okay, the reason why we take in a lot of students at the year 1 and the year 2 level is really because we want them to have the runway to learn and develop and iterate on their process. So it's kind of like when they come in as freshmen, they get a chance to experiment, they get the chance to experience the robotics at a much gentler slope, and from there they are able to improve much rapidly, and in their senior years, they're able to kind of like, from what they have learned, do a better job and iterate the vehicle and lead the following team. So for us, we actually do recruit directly from freshmen, and it's not actually uncommon. I mean, I've asked a couple of other schools in Robotics. They too have this problem where at the start of the semester, they will do the recruitment, and like 100 over will be on their mailing list. But then fast forward 8 months, there's maybe like 20 left. Yeah. So the way Bumblebee handled it was we actually we conduct pre-training sessions that's open to all students, and from there, from what they experience in pre-training sessions, it gives them kind of like a teaser to what working in robotics, underwater robotics entails, and it gives them a better opportunity to do a more informed decision whether they want to join the main team. And they want to join Bumblebee. Is this really what they want to do for their university life? Then from there, we groom them through our foreign training program. It's a 9 months, 8 months. They have 8 months to build their smaller, lower cost budget AUV, which they'll copy as SAUVC. And this 8 months, it really tests it. If you are a freshman and you are working on a vehicle for 8 months, by the end of it, you will definitely know, is this really what I do, what I want to do for the rest of my university life. So it's a good way both for us and the freshmen to know whether is it a good fit. So I believe some of the other teams in the other countries, they also have something similar. I believe I was talking to Caltech. So for them, they gave every single freshman a small little task to do. That was their kind of like their training program. So you don't really have to follow exactly what we do, but these are just some ideas that you guys can do if you guys are facing these kind of problems. Okay, next. So yes, other than training the next generation, you have to have the material and the knowledge to pass down to this next generation. So a lot of problems, a lot of teams, especially student teams that we face is when the seniors graduate, the knowledge goes to them. The junior will look at the PCB and look at it and like, what is this? I have no idea. They'll look at legacy code and start scolding the coder for doing weird stuff. Yeah. So knowledge management is something that my team do very actively. So we have, because of our big team, we use a project management kind of program. It's called Basecamp. I'm pretty sure there are plenty of others where we track each other's tasks and what their progress. At the same time, for my software guys, they are very hardworking in the sense that other than keeping the GitHub updated, which you guys should keep the GitHub updated, they also write like readmes and wikis for the new guys to learn and to know the know-hows of our vehicle. And even for electrical, we also write like guides for call it guides for electrical dummies. Yeah, for newcomers to know like what are the shortcuts and what are the like PCB guidelines and PCB design guidelines and stuff like that. So keeping this knowledge within the team is very important because we had faced cases where the senior graduate and my entire torpedo code is just gone, and the year one has to rewrite the entire code from scratch. Yeah. So that's like 3 years of hard work that's gone down the drain. So other than learning from other students and keeping the knowledge that you guys have learned in your own team, another possible avenue that you guys should definitely look into is actually learning from the industry itself. The maritime industry in fact, a lot of these competitions are modeled after the challenges the maritime industries are facing right now. That probably there are solutions, but it's probably very expensive to do it. Yeah. So, but if you get a chance to learn from this industry, so for us, because we are doing the launch recovery system, we actually went to Full Grow to look at their own tether ROV to learn what are the challenges when it comes to deploying an ROV system. For our mechanical guys, they had a chance to go down to Bosa to learn about the intricacy of nuts and bolts. There's like so many kinds, and I don't really know, but it's like my whole shelf is full of nuts and bolts of all different grades. So they went down to learn from the manufacturer themselves. They also get a chance to go to the workshop, the cutting workshop, the milling workshop. So if you happen to send your parts out to the industry or happen to have the chance to visit certain maritime industry, do take this opportunity to do it. So, like even in your testing site, so we had we were fortunate to have the support of the the West Fisheries Southwest Fisheries Science Center. That's the they have a 10-meter tank in San Diego, so we are able to test there during RoboSub for 2 days every year. So while it serves as a testing site, we also know that the people there, they are doing active research in this domain. That's where we have access to a lot of industry people. We can talk to them about challenges and talk to them about various solutions, and maybe that's where you learn from the industry. And there's actually more chance than you think to actually get in contact with industry players. In fact, the competition is also another place where you have the access to a lot of contacts. So don't be shy to go talk to the organizers. Yes, they are the game masters, they are the planners, but they have their day job. And their day jobs, a lot of them are in this same field, this same domain. They have a lot of knowledge. So do go to them, talk to them. I believe Hari is from the Acoustics Research Lab. So a lot of teams, you guys have a lot of questions about acoustics. I'm pretty sure they will be happy to talk to you guys, to give you guys a few more concept. And you really have to make friends with a lot of these industry players, because chances are we might be working together in the same field in next time. And I said, this ecosystem is not that big. The world is very small. Okay, so the last tip I have for you guys is to never forget those that supported you. Bumblebee is fortunate in the sense that we have a lot of sponsors, but we know that this is not something that we should take for granted. It's something that my seniors have went out of their way to get and convince and get the support of industry players, and it's up to us to always give thanks, because without them, we won't be able to achieve what we have. So what we do for our sponsors is rather, in addition to the updates that we give on Facebook and emails that we send them of our competition and our standings and our update, we hold events in our school where we will display our vessels, we invite them down, we share with them what we have done, we give them tokens of appreciation. So these are the things, these small little things, like even going to the pool and saying, like giving chocolates to the lifeguard at the end of the day, these kind of things that really build the relationship with your sponsors, and that's something that my team really believes in, because these are the guys that were with you when you had nothing. And when you have something, it's really, the Chinese will call it 饮水思源. It's just to give back to those that supported you. So, side note, for those who are around, if you happen to be around on this Thursday evening, we're actually holding this same event, an appreciation event in NUS. So if you're around, feel free to pop by and take a look at our vehicles. Yeah. So I've come to the end of my speech. So you guys have any questions, you guys can just ask me. My vehicle will be here, I'll be here for at least the first half of the day. I probably can't answer every single technical questions you guys have, but I can let you guys know like who to contact if you guys need. Yeah, so thank you.